probably clicked on this video looking for a guide to ant keeping. And guess what? That's exactly what I'm going to give to you today. Let's first start off with the most basic part of ant keeping, doing your research. Before you get a queen ant, you first have to do your research. This is a crucial step in ant keeping, and it helps ensure the success of your colony. Once you've done your research, you need to get a queen ant. There are a few ways you could do this. You could buy one online or you could find one outside. If you choose to get a queen from outside, you'll need to know how to identify a queen ant. Some people think it's really hard to identify a queen, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to identify every ant you see as a queen or a worker. To identify a queen, you'll need to look at the ant's thorax, which is the middle segment of the body. The thorax of a queen is more rectangular, but a worker's is usually more of an oval. Another way is to see if it has wing scars. Wing scars usually look like a small indent in the thorax where wings were attached. Once you have a queen, you'll need somewhere to put her. You'll need to make her a test tube setup. You may be wondering, what's the purpose of a test tube setup? The purpose of a test tube setup is to recreate the small founding chamber that a queen ant would make in the wild. They are also fairly simple to make. To make one, you need a test tube, water, and cotton. Now that you have what you need, you can start by filling the test tube halfway full with water. Now rip a piece of cotton in half and use whichever piece looks bigger to stuff into the test tube so it touches the water. You can push it down with something long like a pencil or a Q-tip. If the cotton is still dry, you can push it in a bit more until it is damp. The purpose of this piece of cotton is to allow the ants to drink without drowning. You can use the other piece of cotton as an entrance blocker. For their diet, your ants will need protein and sugars. You can offer protein-rich foods like meats, insects, nuts, or seeds. For sugar, any sweet food will do, such as honey. You'll need somewhere to place that food, so you should give your colony an outworld. An outworld is somewhere your ants can forage for food. You can make one by adding some substrate to the bottom of a container. Then you could add decoration if you want. Useful supplies for ant keeping include tweezers, cotton containers, a paintbrush, Fluon, and an insect pooter. While not essential, these tools can be helpful in many situations. Containers are useful for collecting queens, while Fluon can prevent ants from escaping their setup. There are many ant stores where you could buy these products. After your colony grows too big for the test tube they are in, they'll need a bigger setup to live in. There are many types of setups you can give them. A few examples are vivariums, acrylic nests, white-on nests, wood nests, and tubs and tubes. A vivarium is basically a container, usually a fish tank, with plants, soil, organisms, and other decor. You can also make your own nests out of white-on and wood. A tubs and tubes setup is just a container with a light layer of sand on the bottom with multiple test tube setups inside. Lemons are a great solution if your colony has mite problems. Just put some lemon juice near the entrance of the colony's nest, or somewhere the ants can get close to it. Most ants also don't like lemons, so if you want to move them out of somewhere, you could put some lemon juice in with them. Warmth is helpful to your colony's growth. The warmer it is, the faster your colony will grow. You can use a heat cable, heat mat, or a lamp to heat them. The minimum temperature should be 20 degrees Celsius, and the maximum should be around 30 degrees Celsius. Black lights are a very useful tool to ant keepers, as the light attracts queen ants, making them easier to catch. They should be used at night. That's it for this video. Stay tuned for more island ants.